Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Hades, where I've had a thought. What if we use dodge to make it safe for us to be sort of, stationary a very large amount of the time with this big slow weapon? It is a little bit... There's a little bit of anti-synergy, I suppose, in the fact that if we're dodging, the damage reduction from the zone is not terribly valuable. But at this point, mostly what I'm trying to do is just survive. And it's possible that we won't get a lot of play out of the Lambent Plume because we might not be able to clear encounters quickly on account of the very, very slow weapon. But also, it kills enemies in such a small number of hits that it might turn out to be amazing. I don't know. Also, on top of that, I really just want to get this thing leveled up. I'd really like to see how it scales up. It could, in fact, turn out to be very powerful. The words got stuck in my brain there for a second. So yeah, we're going to try this. I don't know if this is like a great plan, but like I said, at the very least, we'll get some experience on our plume. I really do want to see what it scales up to. So I don't think we're going to change anything. Let's just get in there and go.
Father.
I do at some point want to try 32 heat. I would like to unlock what I'm sure is a third Skelly statue. Oh, interesting. Have I been gifting you? I totally have. Yeah, here, have some more.
In your honor, Lady Artemis. Your mighty blessings have helped me through so many trials now, and I always welcome your level-headed presence here.
Look, I like being worshipped just as much as anybody, Zagreus, though bear in mind that you can always leave the worship of me to the forest nymphs, alright?
She sure does seem to like certain forest nymphs, huh? Okay, we hit her lock.
Once you make it to Olympus, we'll go hunting sometime, you and I, you know? I like being on my own and all, but it's been nice talking to you like this.
Why, that is just the sweetest damn thing. Okay, so, Hunter Dash actually might be really good. It sort of depends on whether the Dash Strike bonus actually applies to the attack that you get out of the Dash Strike, even if it's not your normal Dash Strike. And unfortunately, it's not going to be a super easy thing to test. I think we'll try it. Alright, well, that's 1%. Yeah, I wish you could just see the damage numbers while you're running around in rooms just to test things out. This is kind of a weird interaction, so, it's not a thing we can test with Skelly. 210. I don't think that's... Yeah, 210 was what we were expecting.
You're just in time.
Yeah, 84. Okay, so you can get the second and third strikes in the combo off of a dash if you dash after beginning your combo, but it looks like those do not count as dash strikes, which meshes with what I thought I might have observed in the last run with our dash swings not getting doubled. So that's a shame. That means this dash boon's real bad, and we need to trade it out for a new one as soon as possible. Hopefully we'll get the opportunity, because if we do get a replacement here, it'll be heroic rarity. Okay, did I, Yes, I did miss it in the second room. I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm not watching the timer usually because, it's small and far away from the middle of the screen. I would love a hammer. I would love a hammer this early. Gosh, the degree of projectile slowing on that is so strong. Yeah, the number of enemies needs to be lower for me to be able to get these Lambent Plume charges. So, like, there are enemies spawning after the timer, which is a problem. But realistically, I could not be killing stuff very much faster, just because of the speed with which the sword swings. I was afraid this might be the case. Oh well. Aura is larger. That's interesting. We know Double Edge is bad now. Shadow Slash is interesting too. Man, that aura is all... The area left behind by that thing is quite large already. You know what? Let's take this.
Thanks, Daedalus.
Yeah, that is really something. Well, we're going to have our damage reduction up a lot. Is Zeus even good for our build? I mean, he'd be okay as a cast. Or honestly, as a dash replacement. Yeah, I mean, let's get him in here. So yeah, it looks like the thing I was afraid of probably will come to pass here. We're just not going to be able to get very many charges. Ah, well. Like I said, still worth getting some XP. Still worth getting some encounters notched on this thing. Although we're probably going to go ahead and change it at the act break. We were close on that one. Have we... We did just finish a god. I suppose we can start in on Zeus.
I thank you, my lord Uncle Zeus, for your benevolence and your thunderous might.
You honor me, young man, as well you should, for I am ruler of Olympus, am I not? Such courtesies are shown me constantly, yet I appreciate them all.
You know what I like most about Zeus is his humility.
So my elusive Artemis has shown you favor, has she? The little scamp, she seldom shows respect to anyone, not even me. But I'll enhance her blessing nonetheless.
Oh, I was really hoping that meant he was going to offer us the replacement. Well, Thunder Flourish would be okay. I'm going to actually re-roll these, though.
Something else.
Yeah, Electric Shot is sort of what I was looking for.
Is my hair sticking up?
I think this has some good value for us. What? You can see that I'm not where his attack landed, so that's a little frustrating. Yeah, I like, with the blue shield thing, I really like the electric cast as a way of breaking the shield health off of multiple enemies at a distance. So we're probably not... I think it was 15 encounters left to rank it up. We're probably not going to get anywhere near ranking this up just yet, unfortunately. This is a little scary. Yeah, alright.
Whose favor to choose?
I think we're going to go... Artemis first? I don't really like either of them, especially given that we're prone to standing still. I think it's going to hurt a lot either way.
You're very kind.
Artemis's aid is... yeah. I think that's reasonable.
Young man, I don't know why you would do this to me, though I trust you're going to think twice next time.
I mean, I thought 3 or 4 times on this one. Ow, yep. What am I doing? Just... You're not going to be able to escape. Just stand in the zone and take your lumps. Right? That's how you're supposed to play this sword, I think, is just stand in the zone and take your lumps. Okay, I will say I'm a little surprised, and I guess it makes sense, and there's no reason for me to have thought otherwise. But I'm a little surprised that the damage of the special doesn't extend over the new and improved area. Ah, can't do stuff because I keep getting stunned out of my animations. Gosh, I do not like this weapon. It does really feel like, what if... It feels like a weapon for if you've decided you're going to give up on doing things the right way. And you just want to sort of put your head down and bulldoze through the mechanics. And I do not mean that as a judgment on anybody who does like this weapon, but man, it's just like the opposite of everything that I like about getting better at this game. Oh, Lord. Okay. Get him.
Very well, good show, young man. And I think I shall let you off the hook and take you back under my wing for now.
Thank you. Truly terrifying. Epic Static Discharge with our cast seems pretty good, actually. Yeah, let's take that. And then my man Ares shows up, and I think we are maybe angling for a revenge build. If we want to win with this sword, I think a revenge build would be really good. Because a revenge build is always really good, it turns out. Although, in some ways, that's very much like the thing I was just saying about the sword, where it's just like, well, I could get better at dealing with the enemies, or, alternatively, I could just let the numbers work for me, let them do all of the stuff. Where? Oh, there he is. Hey, we did get it. Is that's... Sorry, not you. That's 3? That is 3. Not so good.
Lord Ares, as bloodshed has become somewhat of a necessity in my situation, I'm very grateful that you're with me in this. I know never to take it for granted.
You're most gracious with me, my kin, and I remain enthralled as ever by your blood-soaked way of life. I trust the violence I have wrought on your behalf has been quite satisfactory.
I would say beyond that, although I do think it's worth noting that almost nothing we fight has blood.
I know that you have many aspirations, my good kin. To be plain with you about my own motive for a moment. As long as you continue bringing swift and steady death, you shall have my unyielding support.
Okay, well, Doom on attack seems perfectly reasonable for us. If we're thinking about... Oh, hey, we hit his lock as well. If we're thinking about the revenge boon, then we have to take a basic from him, right? So, Doom on special is also quite sensible. I think I'll probably just take Curse of Pain because it has better base damage. Oh, Prophecy Foretold. Interesting. Okay, what manner of trove is this? Yeah, we should definitely take that.
My coffers are not yours for pillaging.
Boy, even with the dramatic enemy slow, I still can't fucking get attacks off before getting bitten by the skulls.
Useless.
There.
Ow, man. Also, not even that much money. It's probably gotta be Artemis. I don't really want most Poseidon boons. I certainly don't want, like, pushback on attack or anything. Yeah, let's go this way. I know, another god for family favorite and everything, but...
You've been waiting for this, haven't you?
Oh. Yeah, it is a real shame that it cleanses debuffs when it does its teleport. Because we're not getting our doom damage. Wow, I'm really surprised he took damage on that one. The area of the sword swing is maybe even a little bit bigger than it looks.
In the name of Hades.
Ooh, okay, so, of course Deadly Strike is compelling, but also pressure points. It's gotta be Deadly Strike, right? I love epic pressure points, but this is so powerful. The only reason I would not want to take that, I think, is if we were going to do Athena and try to take deflect attack, just that I have some level of safety while I'm standing in place. And maybe that would have been a better idea. Maybe the right play there is pressure points, then force Athena, since we're not going to hold on to our lambent plume. In fact, the more I think about it, the more I do think that's probably what I should have done.
Come on out. A fine catch.
I do love a knucklehead. Gems... I mean, we're pretty close to being able to double boon a shop. I think we will go this way. No fair. Lasers are not affected by my nonsense. You're not allowed to do stuff that's effective.
Come meet my blade.
It is a real shame to get the third strike of the sword combo on an enemy who still has their blue health.
For safekeeping.
Alright, what if even more hearts? Well, listen, I'm not going to complain about having a whole bunch of max HP, but I don't know if we need it, really. Yeah, I gotta say, this is, I don't know how I hoped. I don't know how I hoped that we would be able to get lambent plume charges with this weapon. It's like, if the enemies are not all standing together on top of each other, it's very difficult. I don't think... We have some boons where a palm would not be very good, but we have others where it'll be meaningful. And, I don't think we need money right now.
Chamber.
Yo, I am actually ecstatic about Fountain Chamber. It's probably Electric Shot. I was kind of hoping we'd get to see it on the call. I don't know exactly how much damage it adds, but I bet it's quite significant. And then Athena. Well, you know what? If Athena gives me the opportunity to to change out my attack, we'll take it. We had not started doing you yet, but we really have... Hey, we've done a lot of... Or we've gotten a bunch of gods to their locks recently. I suppose this is the point where we just start giving it to all of the Olympians, right?
For you, Lady Athena, without whom I would assuredly be lost.
This is an unexpected gesture, cousin. I do appreciate it, though please do not feel obliged. I offer you my friendship, not alone to be repaid.
Alright, well, hopefully she still feels that way after everybody figures out what's up down here.
Hail and good tidings to you, noble cousin. May you be swift and thorough vanquishing the dead who dare oppose you.
Swift is the thing I'm having some trouble with today.
No thanks.
Come on. Damn it. Well, she really wants us to have Proud Bearing. I mean, bronze skin obviously has a lot of value. I don't think that these are very good. I'll take 7% damage reduction, sure. Let's just get really tough and get a huge amount of health, and then it won't matter if we're standing still or not.
I'm back, ladies.
So, you know I can hit even harder than usual with a pact of punishment working against you. Maybe that's why you signed it, to pity me.
I have my reasons. Pitying you isn't one of them. Although I guess you don't believe me, do you?
No, I don't think I do. Come on then, and let's see where all your pity gets you.
This definitely seems like early game dialogue that's not 100% appropriate to our current relationship. I don't think we need to do so here. God, the special animation is so long. The time between you deciding you want to do your special and the special actually going off, like there's like a solid 4 or 5 seconds during which enemies can interrupt you and you just don't get the effect. I did that. Yep, I did that. I did run into that.
Hope you don't mind if I invited a few friends.
I would love it if your friends would stop trying to chop up my food. There you go. That's how we gotta do that. We gotta sort of like go alongside her. Ooh. Also, I gotta remember to try to get her blood boiling. Although, honestly, from her dialogue, it sounds like it's boiling quite a lot as it is. Ah. Okay, I hate this. I hate the fact that she keeps doing this attack. It feels like it's happening way more often than usual. The good news is, I think if we get hit a couple more times... No, never mind. I was going to say I think we're going to get our greater call-up, but actually, in reality, I do not believe that we are anywhere near it. I knew we were close to a bar being full. I thought it was bar 4, not bar 3.
Nice.
Also, I'm pretty sure Artemis double critted on that one. She crit both of those shots, which I really appreciate. Well, I'm super happy to have made it out of Tartarus without losing a Death Defiance.
No, I didn't see you coming in.
Off to Asphodel.
Definitely buy in another one of those. So how close are we on the Lambent Plume? 3 encounters. I don't think we're going to keep it. So do we want to just pull Athena again in the hopes of being able to replace the attack boon? Maybe. Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Plus, there's lots of... Athena has lots of good stuff. There are lots of good things she could give us, even if we don't ever get that replacement. I wouldn't mind her her replacing the dash boon either, obviously, although, of course, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what the rarity of that attack boon, or the dash boon is, because the damage is largely irrelevant.
Might as well.
Yeah, might as well. This couldn't possibly be a bad idea.
Out of the infinitely spanning possibilities before us, son of Hades, I have arbitrarily selected only 3 again from which to let you choose.
Alright. I'm gonna be honest with you, I was really hoping for big bonus to attack damage. I think we learned our lesson about striking foes from behind. You will never hit an enemy from the back with the good parts of the combo, because it takes too long.
Be careful, son of Hades.
I'm gonna take this, and I'm gonna hope that I don't lose a Death Defiance over it.
What is it now?
Ah. Oh, I hate this. Well, shit, that was supposed to bounce. That's the reason I didn't shoot the falling guy, was so that I could get that good bounce. There we go. Damn it. And he hit me during the wind-up for the big swing, so we don't even get the end of our combo. Yeah, this sucks. There's a lot of things to like about this sword, but also using it feels horrible.
Will that be all?
You've got a tough climb up ahead, Cuz, so you just pace yourself, alright? Just kidding, go as quickly as you can. It works for me.
I feel like he's mocking me just a little bit. Sure.
Now here goes.
Not actually very happy about that. I wish that he had offered us some very different choices. I do think that dodge is still very solid for our build, so I would love to see a nice high rarity version of that dodge boon. Ah, can I have a lot of... Wow, that was a 912 damage hit against an enemy who still had blue health.
Worthless wretches.
There we go.
Okay, well, I think we came out pretty positive on that, right? So... I'm actually not sure on this one if we want to take current rarity increase or future rarity increase, because I feel like a lot of the stuff we have isn't really the interesting... You know, like, obviously a rarity increase on Doom on Special is pretty significant, but I think we're going to take the future one.
It's been too long since the Hades kid stopped by.
I like to imagine everybody's always thinking that.
It'll be my pleasure.
Feeling better already. Bye now.
Alright, if we end up picking up some revenge boons and stuff, this may well turn out to be very high value. Oh no.
These witches again.
This is very fucking bad. You know what? That's a fair point. Summoning Dusa erased all of the projectiles that were currently spawned? Oh, is that what it means for their projectiles to have the little circle? It means they can't be destroyed by attacking them. Those are impervious projectiles. Dusa, you absolute lifesaver. Really wonderful, actually. Her turning them... I feel like it's rarely... Mostly we summon her for damage. It's not usually all that relevant that she turns people to stone, but there, it was absolutely crucial.
Olympus, I accept this message.
Alright, I'll take Holy Shield. So now we have all of the prereqs for the Zeus Ares duo. If it comes up, we will potentially get some good value. Ah, must you jump after I have pressed the button? Turns out the projectile from your cast can only correct for your bad aim so much. There's a limit. I tried to guess where that guy was going to jump to, and it did not work. In some ways, the projectiles slowing down is actually kind of terrifying, because I feel like I do not have a good sense of when they're going to suddenly accelerate back to normal speed.
In the name of Hades. Nice.
Well... Support fire is not particularly great for us. It's fine. Exit wounds also, I think, is not particularly great for us. I mean, if we're remembering to cast on cooldown, which I'm not, but if I were to start, then, you know, we're getting bloodstones stuck in enemies, like, in weird places all over the table all the time, and we're putting one up every 3 seconds, so it might end up being fairly significant, especially against bosses. And if we're using the cast more frequently to continually reapply Jolted, I think that's actually going to be okay. I just got to use my cast more. And the cast has a lot of supplementary value on account of our attacks being so slow. Anytime we need to do something quickly, the cast is probably the right way to go.
Next island.
There is some chance that this palm is just going to be terrible garbage.
Thanatos.
Thanatos is never terrible garbage.
Hope you don't mind if I cut in here, Zagreus.
Except when he beats me horribly and fails to give me the heart, which I'm worried is about to happen.
All of you. It's over.
He's not kidding.
Yeah, very high danger here. It takes us so long to execute any of our animations that, like...
More coming.
Alright, I am winning right now, but also I feel very unsafe. Okay, a little bit of dash casting I think is going to be a tool that's important to us in the future. Yeah, you can't just attack where they are, Than. Sorry, that doesn't work on those guys.
Good enough to eat.
Alright, that feels pretty significant. It's got to be that.
You've gotten stronger, Zach.
Okay, this seems like a fine time to go shopping. Well, I'm pretty happy that we didn't end up losing a Death Defiance over the course of that Chaos penalty. And our HP is actually really good now. Alright, Karen, show me not a palm. No palm. You motherfucker. It's fine. I guess let's take it now.
Place, mate.
Yeah, this I think is a good idea.
Now, here's something for you.
Okay. I'm into it. Are we boss time? We are boss time. Well, I'm not feeling very confident about this one. Let's try to remember to cast a lot, use my zone. Ooh, wow, especially against this one.
Asphodel of late burning.
Okay. Forced the phase change real fast. Pretty sure we want to... Damn it. Did I not? Yeah, I didn't. My other zone must not have been down yet. Pretty sure we want to save support for the second multi-head phase, right? I keep over-dashing. I can never just dash once. Even in situations where it's, like, obvious that I should only dash once. Something about pressing it. Anytime I press it, my brain is immediately like, well, you must press it again, obviously. And then I think there's a pretty good chance, if we get through this before it be feeling like a good idea to greater cast, or greater call, I think the greater call is likely to immediately end the final phase. Ugh, it's terrifying though, it really is. I'm gonna not do it.
I'll take care of this.
Yep. I thought so too, Dusa.
See you. On my authority.
Yeah, Artemis's Call can do an awful lot of damage if you get it at a decent rarity. So, we didn't get the thing we were hoping for from Athena, but we did manage to create a prereq situation here. So I think
just what I
we
need.
Probably... Do we need Cyclops Jerky? I know it's going to make the big number bigger, and I do love to do that, but also... And this is going to sound heretical, I want everyone to brace themselves. The big number might be big enough. Like, it may be the case that we don't actually get a whole lot of benefit out of raising our attack, because it might not change our critical number of hits, you know. The number of hits that we need to actually kill something. So I'm going to save the money. And I think we're going to take either Ares or Zeus. I guess let's take the Ares one, because it's not ranked up all the way yet. Which seems pretty arbitrary. We're just hunting for that duo boon. And if they don't give it to us, that's fine. I gotta remember to cast. Cast a lot. Cast is really important.
Another day or night in paradise.
Even more so now than it usually is, and I almost always undervalue it. You know what? Let's take this. We'll get that Ares boon in a second. I want the hammer now because I need the help. Ah, damn it. I ran right into it. Just a total failure of a dash through. Oh, you're alive. Well, that doesn't seem fair. I have no idea if the Arrow Exalted's projectile will be affected. See, that right there is a really good example of what I was talking about when I said that the big number might be big enough already. Like, 1200 damage, if we had boosted that 40%, it still would have been less than 1200 damage in effect, because there's no way that guy could survive 1200.
Let's see what I can do with this sword.
Do I think Cursed Slash is a good idea? It's going to cut my health from 280 to like 120-ish. We attack slowly, and I get hit all the time while trying to attack. I think Cursed Slash is really good in general, but I think it actually might be uniquely awful with this particular weapon, or this particular aspect. And I kind of want to just expand the area of my special, so when I lay down that doom, it's hitting more people. The special doesn't do particularly noteworthy damage, certainly not relative to our attack. I'm going to go this way.
Fix that.
And then I guess we could use the money. Palms are kind of a crapshoot for us right now. We have a couple of boons they're real good on and a bunch that they're not. How? It curved around in a way that's very unproductive. Alright, well, as long as they keep wanting to come at us like one or two at a time, I think we can probably handle them. The problem comes as soon as that's no longer the case anymore, although I do appreciate that guy apparently getting himself shot by the trap. Does make my life a lot easier. One of them just, yep, one of them did in fact just die up here. Is that the first Arab escape we've seen? Oh god. This is particularly awkward with the blue health, because the lightning bolt cannot possibly kill them. But I think it might be the case that when they start charging, it counts as an attack for the purpose of jolted. So we might be able to get them to die that way. Yeah, just definitely our optimal fighting style with this weapon. Not a good match for the Lambent Plume. Ooh, he almost is able to execute an entire recovery followed by an attack in the time it takes us to charge up our fourth strike. I'm not going to Erebus for that. I'm fairly confident that that'll just end with us getting an onion. And in fact, I don't think I'm going to Trove either. I will absolutely do this. I will not buy a skeletal lure. Well, sometimes we catch fish and they give a bunch of nectar, though. Unfortunately, I don't know how the fish relate to the reward that we get. It's probably not random, but I don't know what the fish that are in Elysium give, so it's hard to know if it would be worth it to... I'm just going to skip it. Alright, let's go get a high rarity dodge boost from our pal Hermes. Because that's what he's going to give us, right? How did that hit nobody? I really appreciate the enemies just being extremely patient with us here. Doing such a bad job. See, sometimes when you have the Chain Lightning Boon, it does that thing, where it hit every enemy that is in the room, and then it just bounced off into the corner in a way where, like, we know that it cannot possibly have thought it was going toward an enemy because there wasn't anything else to hit. So it's just like, why is it doing that? Ow. Well, that could have been planned better. Nope, nope. And sometimes the, sure, why not? Sometimes the chain lightning, if I miss entirely with it, it'll bounce off a wall and come back for an enemy, but not always.
In the name of Hades.
And I don't know how to know when it's going to do that. I think Greater Evasion is super good. Yeah. Obviously, I would have loved it at a higher rarity, but what are you going to do? Let's go this way. Alright, fighting Asterius could be rough.
It's you.
It is me.
Good. Now I can get you back for last time. All I need is one clean hit.
You know, it's funny, I was just thinking the same thing. So it does not slow his attack. Oof. Bad. It does not slow his attack wind up at all, it looks like. But it's still good to have a big damage reduction zone in the middle of the room, I suppose. Oh. I do not like the fact that both of my dashes combined are not quite enough distance to get out of the explosion. And I think that he should probably not do that just over and over again, if that's going to be the case. Also, kind of hate taking damage from an attack that missed. That sucks. Do not like it when the enemy hits the pillar and I still take the damage. And see right there, that was exactly the same thing. It's wild that I took damage on one of them but not the other when they were like indistinguishable circumstances. We're just kind of playing keep away and relying on our automatically charging call here. Hate. And I mean, we're getting some decent exit wounds damage off here. Just gotta keep applying it, keep playing keep away. Going in whenever it looks like it might be safe to go in. Alright, run sort of laterally. Don't run directly toward him or away from him when he's doing the dive. But sort of like 135 degrees off seems to be pretty good. Ah! God damn it, I cannot get him to hit stuff. Alright. Somehow I managed to not lose a Death Defiance. It was close.
Well fought, Asterius.
Alright, I was gonna say, if he doesn't want to give us the duo, I would also gladly just take his revenge effect.
2 for 1.
We certainly cannot turn this down. So now we're gonna just randomly deflect all of the time? Like, that seems like it's actually gonna be great for us, right? Damn it. Well, at least the lightning bolt is playing a little bit better than I am.
You want to go?
It does look really cool when the, oh, don't stand still for that. It does look really cool when the projectiles are all slowed and emerging from each other like that. It is a neat look. Wow, that was a super good time for Athena to randomly decide that I should deflect. It turns out that gods are reasonably good at the game. They kind of know what's up.
What's regenerating?
Ah. Yeah, the eyeballs do not get jolted. Again, really smart play on Athena's part there. Just excellent work. Oh, come on. I feel like when you kill an enemy, maybe even when you just finish a room, but there's definitely situations where projectiles should stop existing. I do not feel very safe taking this. As much as I would love to try to get Zeus's revenge boon, and as much as it is probably the case that Athena is the safest Wrath of the Gods target, or Trial of the Gods enemy, I still don't know if that's a good idea with me only having 38 health, and the shop could potentially provide us with a lot of value with the amount of money we have. The thing is, if we do lose a Death Defiance here, Athena could potentially replenish it immediately. I'm gonna go for it. I really want to try to get Zeus's Revenge Boon.
One god or the other.
Zeus has one and Ares has one, and they're both in our build, and it would just be wonderful if we could get them. He did not offer it to us. Lightning Reflexes is fine. Storm Lightning's probably not necessary most of the time. Yeah. Little disappointed.
You could have avoided this outcome any number of ways, yet still you risk incurring my wrath.
But you know, she makes a good point.
Choice.
Just gonna keep swinging, because at some point this imperviousness is gonna wear off. Turns out to be a solid plan. Oop, just kind of running right into it. Could have turned out really poorly. It didn't. I was not punished. But it totally could have. Ah, damn it. That was a really good time for him, for the imperviousness to trigger. Come on. Okay, good. I was going to say, if the imperviousness goes off on this eye at this moment, it's going to be a huge bummer for me.
Now then, I hope we can move past this little incident and keep our focus on the task at hand.
I'm pretty sure we don't want phalanx shots. Sure footing is not great. Brilliant riposte is also not great because we have so little control over our deflect. I think I'm actually going to take sure footing. But I don't but I don't like it. I don't think any of our options there were very good. Yes, give me this. Yes, give me this. Absolutely, for sure, no flame wheels. I've never been so happy to purchase something in my entire life. Honestly, they're not as bad as they could be with the chain lightning. Wow, yeah, that did some work. The jolted effect is great on these guys because they're the little dash move they do apparently counts as an attack. It triggers all the time. Everybody just back the hell off. Really want to kill... There we go. Did that one... Where did that one even come from? The one that hit us was, like, underneath me, and I don't remember seeing an enemy there. Did he spawn, or am I just, like, not paying attention?
I hear you. Firing.
Let's just have her open up some of these guys real fast. Wow. It didn't even stop. Like... Fucking chariots. It's a shame that the release does not apply to all of the chariot types, because it really, really, really should. Trying to get down here and make sure these eyeballs don't regen. Just gonna keep the slowdown aura up. Ah, running into stuff. We might have to let that eyeball guy go. I think I can't really stop him. We're just gonna do this thing for the moment. Because you know what would be really great is if I didn't end up losing a Death Defiance in this room. Yeah, that's pretty good. If you just want to stand over there, we can do this. I think his eyeball is stuck, maybe? Well, there's not much incentive for me to go over there.
Almost had me.
I I was, in fact, almost had. There's no two ways about that. Oh, my buddy. My sweet, sweet friend.
So, stranger, how goes willful disobedience of late? Would that I, too, had it within me to defy the gods.
You know, in some ways it's less fun than it sounds like.
Oh, you know, it's going. That I've been able to make it this far means I'm getting somewhere, I suppose. No thanks to all your brethren in Elysium.
No use trying to reason with my brethren here. Many of the shades whom you've encountered, why, I watched them throw away their lives when they were men. Yet still they seek to prove to one another and themselves that they are great warriors.
It does seem kind of pointless, doesn't it? I think, obviously, the Hydrolite feels real good here. And then, yeah, this way. So this is going to be the pre-boss room, right? Okay, so we're going to be in pretty good shape after the boss fight, even if we die horribly.
Pleasure doing business.
Alright, show me Revenge Doom.
I give to you this token of respect, buried though it must have been within the boatman's hoard.
Oh, even the epic version of it. Lovely. Alright, who's ready to do a lot of running away from enemies?
Big crowd, huh?
Prepare to be sent back into the depths whence you came.
Maybe a dangerous time to go for that attack. Oh dear. I really love the fact that it just slows the bullets and everything. I put myself into a position where I think it is unwise to go for a support here. I think we're going to need it for ages. The animation for my special is so slow that sometimes I think the enemy has stopped me from pulling it off, even when they haven't. Because it's just like, I pressed it like 10 seconds ago. Is it happening? Is it going to happen? Oh, that's a bad time to dodge through there. Or I guess a really good time, because it got us some near miss lightning. Alright, so I don't actually know how the imperviousness thing works. The random imperviousness the bosses do. I don't know if it's triggered by doing too much damage in too short a time, or if it just like happens at certain thresholds for a second. It's like a reset. So I'm a little nervous about just firing it off against Asterius here because I don't want a ton of it to get wasted. But I think we're going to do it the second it comes up and just hope. Just hope that that's not what happens. Or it's all going to hit Theseus. I guess that could happen.
No!
Yeah, not great. Not great. Did not mean to trigger this so early. Athena overdid it a little bit, in my opinion. You know, one thing you cannot say about that woman is that she does it halfway. For a second there, when that, the slowdown happened, I thought I must have blown a Death Defiance somehow. I just, like, been taking way more damage than I thought. But, no, apparently this is what was going on. Just buy myself a little bit of... Look at the slow spears. That's not the direction the enemies are in. What am I doing? Can I tell you, I have no idea exactly how much damage our Athena revenge thing has saved us, but it's been huge. It's cool to get to hit both of them with it.
That was my friend, you bastards!
Alright, taking the shot.
Wow. That went differently. I very much did not want to set off Theseus that early in the fight. That was hugely bad, and we came through it. We are totally fine. In fact, we're going to be at full health.
Hurry up then, and I shall see you outside.
So we would max out the old spiked collar to 50 HP, and then we would get that 50 HP 2.5 times effectively over all of our resets. So this is better health than the Lucky Tooth. So I think we're going to take this as our combat keepsake here.
Should I take the trade?
I should not. I don't even know why I looked at this. I definitely don't want to do that. Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good.
One last stop.
So unfortunately, our Hydrolite is going to run out without restoring any more health, because there's a lot of dead chamber entering going on here at the beginning of Styx. Still, though, it's hard to be mad about the amount of health that we did get out of it. I think that let's just go ahead and take this right now.
I'll take this one.
We may as well just really max it out, right? Check it out, no flame wheels for another 8 encounters. So we did not... Yeah, we did not get offered a Zeus boon. That's a shame. I was hoping to get that Zeus revenge effect. Oh well. They really should try not to deal damage to us, because, like, we do still get our revenge effects at the normal revenge time as well. They're definitely making their lives more difficult by hitting me. Hooray, damage reduction. Oh, God.
Weak.
It does feel like we are just doing some incredible work here. Like, our weapon use feels Herculean. It feels like sort of the Berserk in here.
Wait, it's back?
Oh no! The Vermin King! Where'd he go? Here's the thing. I don't feel a strong need to play fair with the Vermin King. Yo, this is not a thing the Vermin King was doing before. I'm so nervous that he's gonna hit us for like 1,000,000. Yep. He hits super hard and his attack has... He has the tiny vermin attack that has no animation. He just hits you. Okay, it seems like his charge-up move has a very considerable wind-up at least. But I think we're going to be doing a lot of running away and letting the exit wounds and stuff tick on him. Pretty soon we're going to have our Greater Call, thanks to Hermes charging up our God Gauge automatically. I'm absolutely fine with being a coward. It has served us well on so many runs in the past, you know?
Picked up their scent.
Wow, good contribution. Okay. That could have been a lot worse.
Just little.
And we're going to be close to 450 HP when we actually max out our collar here. That feels pretty solid. So let's get this.
Thank you, mate.
That's probably no good. This is probably fine. Yeah. We're just gonna Greater Call a lot. Obviously, that's better in builds where you are attacking more frequently, but what are you going to do? We can only choose among the things we are offered. I should not be standing here. Really nervous. Always really nervous about those. Alright, 436. Not too bad. may well end up being the case that the first person that we have a maxed out relationship with while also having their maxed out keepsake is Cerberus. Oh, I haven't been giving Cerberus nectar at all, though. I'm still really curious if that's if that matters, if that does anything at all. And unfortunately, we've just been having a hell of a time. Oh, there was a pot in that room. Been having a hell of a time getting both of those things to be true about anybody. Oh, I canceled my own special animation by attacking, which apparently is a thing you can do. Everybody slow the hell down. I'm getting a lot of free lightning bolts out of that near miss dash thing.
And father thinks my chambers are a mess.
Unfortunately, it's very difficult to predict when Athena might show up and do the thing. Obviously, it'd be very helpful if she would do it, when we're about to consume a whole bunch of bombs from the sky. Let's get my damage reduction out here. We're about to have our greater call up. Oh, it turns out it won't be necessary, probably.
The gods have spoken.
Ooh. Yeah, we got we got greater call exactly as the killing blow landed. A blood frenzy seems like it's going to be great.
The war god's power.
Worst case scenario, that's like 60% of our health that we will have a 30% damage boost for, It feels to me like we may do Arthur proud this time after all. Although I think I thought that last time too. It's just very hard. It's just a very hard thing to use. I think let's go to the palm path. We will definitely make at least 11 gold doing this. Or is there an Athena boon that we particularly want? Let's see. We have Bronze Skin already. Deathless Stand and Last Stand are not super compelling. I mean, I guess Last Stand would be fine, even if we don't get a Death Defiance out of it. Blinding Flash is no good. Brilliant Riposte is no good. And I don't think we have any of the duo requirements. Yeah. So, I actually think Athena boons are probably pretty weak. 10% extra HP on Revive. You know what?
Should check this way.
That is still significant. And there's a serious possibility that Palm we get will be of very, very little value due to our weird boon setup, so... There's also a possibility that we'd be able to, palm our Revenge Doom damage, which would be great. But I don't feel confident about it at all.
Some of Charon's wares. Coin goes
Okay.
in, that comes
Let's
out.
hope that this is the final... I'm not going to take that. But let's hope this is the final branch, because that'll mean we have Cyclops Jerky for Hades, and that would be a pretty damn big deal. Come on, show me that fountain. Yeah, man, the Zeus Revenge boon would have been so good too because of the amount of damage our Jolted does.
More vermin.
That's a shame. Well, maybe we'll get lucky and we'll get offered more jerky right before the final boss. It is cool to get to deal this amount of damage, though. I don't know what is still alive. There we are. I mean, if this wave is just rats with nothing else, then standing here in the corner is a perfectly reasonable strategy. Ah, that's no good. You know what? It actually is probably worth doing it. And we are very unlikely to get a second greater call, so we should just spend any god gauge we get as quickly as we can. I'm having a hell of a time actually hitting these guys.
Goddess Athena. A boon for a boon.
Alright, well, Brilliant Riposte is terrible. I guess this... Yeah, with us not actually having the ability to trigger our deflect, we can't guarantee that the Brilliant Riposte will be good like ever.
Let's just go down this Sata hole.
Well, that's a real crying shame right there. Do I want to... You know what? Given how potentially not useful boons palms are for us, let's buy the Hermes boon instead. I do feel better about the build this time than I did last time, I think, but it's impossible for me to know if I'm remembering the way I felt last time, or if I'm remembering, you know, the way I felt last time during the run, or the way I felt last time after the run, where I was very disillusioned.
What's on offer? What do I get?
Yarn of Ariadne is not exactly what we were looking for at this point in the run. Yeah, that's what I was trying to avoid. God, you move forward so much while attacking with the sword. It just slides you forward to such a degree.
Not now.
Alright, I do love Jolted. I do love a lot of things about our build.
No satyrs. Coin for Charon.
Okay, we ended up at 573.
Goes down smooth.
And I guess we're going to get a slightly higher rarity than we otherwise would have, thanks to all this yarn.
Thank you, mate.
I honestly don't know if I think 40% move speed is going to be all that helpful. The thing that's going to get us hit is us being in the middle of attack animations, mostly. Swift Flourish might be good, because our special is very awkward to apply. Although 36% dodge chance, like, I guess the question is how many times do I think I'm going to Greater Call, because I'm definitely not doing any non-Greater Calls with the way we're set up here. I think I'm just going to take Swift Flourish. Alright, let's do it.
The prince compels the multi-headed hound to let him pass.
I owe you one, boy.
Yeah, we gotta get Cerberus some nectar. You would think that all the satyr sacks would be worth a heart or two, but apparently not.
We made it, Stygius. I hope this Arthur serves you well someday.
I never had any respect for Stygius, that blade you bear. Perhaps unfairly due to Brother Poseidon's sloppy form when once he wielded it. But now it seems quite different in your care.
I think we've grown quite close to one another, yes. Enough to where I've come to know a different side of this fine blade right here. This is the aspect of some Arthur fellow. Maybe the two of you could get acquainted properly.
Arthur? No name either of gods or kings of any realm I know. Then introduce us, as you say. To this new amateur to whom your blade rendered its services.
Alright, just gotta... Hooray, we're doing it. We're fulfilling prophecies. Just gotta play smart. This is not an aggressive weapon. It is a thinking man's sword. Thank you, Zeus. We probably don't have to work too hard on these because our, yeah, that's on me. Our revenge boons are going to do some decent work against them, I think. I'm doing a really good job, if I do say so myself, with the iframe dodges. Ugh, this is bad, though. Oh, these are the special ones. These are the Erebus ones that fire the 7 arrows. That makes this a huge priority.
Oh, hi. Remember me?
Thank you, Artemis. You remember moments ago when I felt like I was doing a good job? Wow, look at the bloodstone. Look at the bloodstone stuck in my aura. I should probably be trying to put this aura in the middle of the area a little bit more.
I trust you're having a most pleasant evening, boy.
Do so.
You got it, on the double.
What is the Gorgon doing here?
Am I supposed to be your
Darkness.
This again.
Ah, we're close. We're close. Okay. There we go. We got that bloodstone. We got this. Okay. I'm not going to greater call him. We're going to wait until he switches phases.
Right.
We're not finished.
Basically, as soon as he gets up.
Blast you.
Get the blood in him and then...
I'll take care of this.
Oh, I'm gonna break that and make myself real miserable. I wonder if... No, it's not gonna be the bounce. I appreciate him carving out a little space for us to fight here. Alright, that was Hermes giving us the dodge on that one. Even with Flourish, he still had time to dash in and do his whole spear attack during the animation of our special. I'm just saying, this Flourish could be a little swifter, in my opinion. Ooh, that was close.
Go back.
Yeah, it turns out the
What shall it take for you to...
The auto revenge duo is so insanely powerful. Like it's such a good power boost because it really takes like a lot of the stress out of your hands, right? All you have to do is survive and the fight will be won eventually.
Fair. Well.
Yes.
If we're talking about maybe doing a 32 heat at some point. Because it's a thing the game is challenging us to do, and as such, I'm a sucker, and I may wander into it. I think that's probably the strategy we pursue. We go for a Vengeful Mood build, and we just try to optimize for the number of revenge boons that we can get turned on at once. In particular, obviously, Athena's is really, really good. So what would you want to do there? It's Athena... Demeter has one. Does anybody else? I guess we can look at the codex page for the duo boon. It will tell us. Wave of Despair. Is that? Oh, that's it says wave, and so I was like, oh, Poseidon. Does Poseidon have one? But no, that's an Aphrodite. So you would go. Given that set of gods, you have to go Zeus Ares for Vengeful Mood. You want Athena, because Athena has a lot of good boons, but especially her revenge thing is super relevant. And then you could force either Demeter or Aphrodite and hope for the other one to show up. Like, if you could get all 5, it would be totally bananas. That might well be the thing. That might well be the strategy.
Having gained the surface once again, Prince Zagreus breathes deeply of the wildflowers and the roses and the like, among which one of them contains an allergen so intolerably potent that it causes this.
You almost never get to see the word flowers rendered in such an intimidating font, backed by such an intimidating voiceover.
Feels like it's been a while, everybody.
Zagreus making fun of me for playing the game slowly. It's not my fault, it's the sword.
They won't catch me sleeping on the job again.
I can't imagine why you think that's the case.
I wanted to ask you more about Nyx and Chaos, sir. So they just drifted apart? I mean, why not just keep in touch? I don't understand. How hard is it just to say hello from time to time?
It can be harder than you know. For someone like Nyx, she was responsible for no small part of creation herself. As her relationship with Chaos grew more strained, she gave birth to strife, misery, doom, sons and daughters you don't hear about too much.
I don't know if that's true.
What, really? I've never heard Hypnos or Thanatos mention any of them, let alone Nyx. They sound like a handful. Where are they? What happened?
I don't know, lad. On the surface, I suppose. My point is, Nyx had her own problems to contend with. Dealing with her brood, governing the underworld all on her own before your father arrived. Her relationship with Chaos suffered for it.
Yeah, I can see that.
You know what happens to everybody. You get busy and... Hold on. I want to go get an ambrosia before we talk to our friend over there again. I wonder where Nyx goes when she's not standing at the center of the house holding up all of our reality.
That's one more prophecy fulfilled.
So the war god's bloodlust, slay 10,000 foes or more, then seek Ares. Such that even the god of war cannot help but be impressed. And we get some blood for it, which I like. Our scrying pool tells us how many we've killed, right?
Try so far.
This is... Wait. What? Then seek Ares. Okay, so we got the prophecy after the last time that we actually spoke to him, and the next time we speak to him it will complete. Okay. Interesting. Oh, of course, very important to practice.
Any better?
Whoa. That was like a little bit of actual music there. One more. Yes, we are absolutely doing it.
Wonder where Nyx went.
I must say, it's nice having some music in my life again, and hopefully in yours.
Oh, I thought he was going to all excitedly tell his teacher that he's finally starting to figure it out.
Mother's away, I guess. Not everybody knows exactly how to give you pets and live to tell of it, right, boy?
So we need... Gosh, we need a lot of nectar still.
Cerberus is uninterested in conversing at this time.
Cheers.
We still need so many resources.
For you, Thanatos. The Olympians might be accustomed to this stuff, but I think we should have our share of it down here. At least you should.
You know, the Olympians do have good taste in certain things. The last bottle you gave me, it was better than expected. Though I almost decided not to try it at all.
But try it you did. And now you'll get to try this one for comparison's sake. Each one's supposed to be different, you know.
Different, huh? Well then, I guess I'll have to see what you mean by that. Thank you, Zag. You didn't have to do this.
Yeah, but I wanted to.
Aw. Zagreus is so sweet.
Thanatos, the world outside, didn't you say that it would make you sick being out there for very long at all? I understand now what you meant by that. Beautiful place and all, but it's good to be back.
See what I mean now, Zag? Nice place to visit on occasion, sure. but I definitely wouldn't want to live there.
Couldn't if I tried.
So, we do still have a couple of things to resolve, but I'm thinking we're actually drawing up on the end. Like, we're in that direction for sure.
How goes your heated rivalry against the greatest king of Athens lately, boy? Your battles with him and the Minotaur must be the talk of the underworld of late.
Admitted, Father. Theseus was the only hero you were able to recruit to stand against me. All the while he gets to boast about being the champion. Well, was Heracles too busy for the task?
Speak not to me of Heracles. You know these heroes by their deeds, not by their character. Heracles is fortunate he's in my brother's favor. Else he would be in Tartarus where he belongs. The mortal concept of what constitutes a hero is absurd.
They should have asked the expert, I suppose.
You know, I really do find myself, like, very much come around to Hades' side. I'm totally with him.
Look at what I caught, Chef.
I caught a single crummy fish. Hooray! Alright, I think we're probably going to actually go ahead and exchange some gems for keys and some keys for nectar, because we shouldn't go out there with no nectar.
Sure, why not? Chthonic keys.
Let's get at least 2 nectar.
I'll take it.
And then I'm gonna get one more for Cerberus. We should be giving Cerberus stuff. Also, hooray. Okay. So we'll go out there with 3 more. How are we doing on Olympians? Did we top out 3, I think? Right, 2 on this last run, and then we had Demeter a while ago. Oh, I guess there's Hermes, too. I wasn't even thinking about that. Yeah, depending on exactly what is meant by that prophecy, currying favor with the Olympians, we might have some way to go, actually. Well, in any case, someone's a very good dog.
There's a good boy. Thought you'd like that.
Cerberus is overjoyed to have received such a delicious treat.
Alright, just try not to eat the whole bottle. Did we talk to Dusa? No, I totally haven't.
Miss Dusa, I, wanted to apologize for when I pried about your past. I just wanted to get to know you better, but I was insensitive and I'm sorry.
Oh, Your Highness, Zagreus, come on. Don't even worry about it. I'd already forgotten. Really, no big deal. It's just the past me. It's as though it wasn't even me. This is me now. I'm glad I'm here.
And I'm glad too.
Just relentless flirting. Zagreus X everyone. Alright, he didn't say anything about the garden. We should probably still go out and look in the garden. Especially with the number of people who are usually around, who seem not to be around. Okay, well. So, the place I was going, when I was saying, hey, I think we're drawing up on the end here and there's still some things left for us to do, was, I don't exactly know how many runs are left, and I would really like to see the last aspect for the gun. Well, it's got the thirst.
Should help me gain
more
darkness.
Here's what I think we're gonna do. We're gonna do this next run, and then maybe like 1 or 2 more, just kind of doing whatever makes sense to do. And if we don't get the key phrase for the gun at some point during that, like at most a few more episodes, I might just go ahead and look up online what needs to be done, because I have no idea if we've been earning these or if they unlock totally randomly. But I definitely want to at least have a few chances to play with it before we hit an ending here. And then I think that's it. I think that's going to be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. When you come back next time, we're going to shoot all of our problems away. Listen, I'm American. It's just kind of how we do things here. And we'll see you then.